Join with me for the next few minutes in meditation and allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart. So take the time now to relax and get comfortable where you're seated, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are one with Spirit. There is a universal law of mind that acts on your beliefs to create your experiences. And as you begin to identify and break free from negative patterns of belief, you become aware of the new possibilities. I earn a great deal of money. I spend money wisely. Borrowing money is easy for me. Paying money back is easy for me. I always have enough money. I have a very good credit rating. I earn raises easily. I have a savings account with a growing balance in it. I am financially successful. I am free of my need to gamble. All my bills are paid on time. I have money to buy what I need. I have money to buy what I desire. My retirement is provided for. I am providing for retirement. I am always financially secure. I am debt-free. I joyfully release money, knowing I am in its flow. I have the money to pay taxes. Everything I need is always provided. I have as much as I can accept. I love and bless my money. I manage money well. As I relax and breathe into this moment, I recognize there is a perfect presence and power in the universe. This infinite life, which expresses as the divine qualities of abundance and support, is the source of all good. I observe these qualities in evidence everywhere. In the vast number of stars in the sky and the leaves on the trees. In the bountiful rainfall and luxurious sunshine. I also observe how many different forms of life exist and how lavishly they are provided for. I notice how limitless and bountiful the universe is, and how many countless ways abundance is expressed. Recognizing the abiding presence of divine abundance and support, I become aware of the activity of God's power in the world around me. I take a moment now to think and feel about this presence and power. There is a presence and power greater than I am, God, which is the creator of everything around me. I recognize that there is one God, one life, one mind, and that it is ever present, ever active, and constantly creative. I now take a moment to contemplate the ever-presence of God. As I observe the presence and power of God everywhere around me, I begin to experience my deep connection with Spirit. I know without a doubt I am part of Spirit. I know there is one life, and that life is God, and that life is what I am. I also know there is one universal law of mind, which always responds to my beliefs. In this moment, I feel my oneness with the divine qualities of abundance and support. I take the time now to sense the presence of these qualities within me. I now remember a time when a particular need of mine was completely met. I now think of a time when I felt a secure sense of being supported and sustained. I now remember these occasions and others and reflect on them. In this stillness, I know that as a spiritual being, I am not separate from Spirit, nor am I separate from the power that gives form to divine qualities. I now take a moment to experience the unification. As I observe the presence and the power of Spirit everywhere around me, I become aware that I am part of a great unity. I accept and feel my oneness with Spirit. I experience my oneness with this presence and power greater than I am. I take a moment to experience it now. As I maintain a sense of unity with a presence and power greater than I am, I know that abundance and support exist in place of any of my problems. I take a moment now to contemplate this idea, releasing all doubt and reservation. With every moment, I am becoming more deeply convinced the new and positive experience I desire is unfolding for me now. I feel the feelings of this unfolding in my body and take a moment to experience them. I recognize and accept the presence of the divine qualities of abundance and support where my problem appears to be. In this moment, I am creating a mold for the universal law of mind, so I am clear, definite, and specific. I see it. I feel it. I experience my unfolding good now. I know my new experience is already taking form in my life through the activity of the universal law of mind. In this moment, I recall an occasion in my life when I felt a great outpouring of gratitude. I completely recapture in my imagination this special time of feeling grateful and allow the experience to be fresh and vivid for me again. I feel those feelings as though it was happening now. I know when I have an attitude of thanksgiving, when I know my need is already met. Something in this attitude enhances my ability to have faith, to be open and receptive. So right now, completely and wholeheartedly, I accept that my money problems or any other problem is resolved, and I feel thankful for this situation. I am grateful. In this moment, I remember the feelings of an experience where I felt completely unburdened, as if a great weight had been lifted from my shoulders. I remember clearly what it felt like to let go. I remember the feeling of release. So gratefully in this moment, I choose to experience this feeling again in regards to this problem, or any problem I may have. I know that the universal law of mind is now creating the results I desire. I relax and experience a sense of trust, certain that this resolution is unfolding. I sit in this feeling of release, completely unburdened, completely free, completely grateful. I know my good is unfolding now. The act of releasing my affirmative prayer ensures that the how is up to spirit. I accept and I allow. For when I release it, the universal law of mind can freely respond to my new spiritual understanding, revealing abundance and support in place of my concerns. So right now, I release all fear and worry, and I allow this process to move forward. I deliberately choose to let go of the problem, and I am confident that the good I desire is already unfolding. So in this moment, right now, I release these thoughts, this affirmative prayer, this statement of gratitude that it is already done, to the activity of the universal law of mind. It is done. And so it is.
What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine? What is mine to give? What is mine? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, tell me what can I do? What is mine to give? I want to give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? I give it to you.
It's everywhere. It fixes and heals. I like how it feels. Love is who I am. It's my whole being. I let it heal me, as you can see. Love, love. I do it with love. Wherever I am, whenever I can, I do it with love. I see all the love, it's dancing around. I let it just flow, I let it just grow. So send all the love where it's needed. See it surrounding, see it just being. Love, love. I do it with love. Wherever I am, whenever I can, I do it with love. Love, love. I do it with love. Wherever I am, whenever I can, I do it with love.
Sometimes I try too hard. Sometimes I lose my way. Sometimes I speak too soon. when I've got nothing much to say, and yet I'm worthy, worthy of your love. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I rush right into judgment, and I slide right by the truth. Then I tell someone else's secrets just for something new to do. And yet I'm worthy, yeah. Worthy of your love, yeah. Call it mercy. But sometimes I fall, sometimes I fail, and I feel like I'm right back in school. Oh, sometimes I run from my teachers, sometimes I hide from the pain, and then I take the same wrong turn again and again and again and again. But am I worthy? Yeah. Worthy of your love? Yeah. Am I worthy? Tell me yes. Are you worthy? Say yes. Is she worthy? Oh yes. Is he worthy? Yes. Are we worthy? Oh yes. We're worthy of God's love. Carpe diem, carpe diem. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Carpe vida, life. Carpe, 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 carpe vita, carpe vita, carpe, 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 carpe vita, carpe vita. Seize the life, for the life is a gift. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Carpe, joy. Carpe, 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 gaudium. Carpe, gaudium. Carpe, 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 gaudium. Carpe, gaudium. Seize the joy, for the joy is a gift. Seize the life, for the life is a gift. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Carpe, 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 carpe risu, carpe risu, carpe, 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 carpe risu, carpe risu. Seize the laughter's a gift. Seize the joy, for the joy is a gift. Seize the life, for the life is a gift. Seize gift from God. Let's carpe on out of here. Carpe, 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 carpe. Carpe, carpe, carpe diem, carpe, carpe, carpe diem. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Carpe vida, life. Carpe, 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 carpe vita, carpe vita, carpe, 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 carpe vita, carpe vita. Seize the life, for the life is a gift. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Carpe, gaudium, joy. Carpe, 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 carpe gaudium, carpe gaudium, carpe, 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 carpe gaudium, carpe gaudium. Seize the joy, for the joy is a gift. Seize the life, for the life is a gift. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Carpe, 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 carpe risu, carpe risu, carpe, 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 carpe risu, carpe risu. Seize the laughter's a gift. Seize the joy, for the joy is a gift. Seize the life, for the life is a gift. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Carpe, amore, love. Carpe, 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 amore, carpe, 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 amore, seize the love, for the love is a gift. Seize the laughter's a gift. Seize the joy, for the joy is a gift. Seize the life, for the life is a gift. Seize the day, for the day is a gift from God. Let's carpe on out of here. Carpe, 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 carpe.
Everyone. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton. Welcome to everyone who's joining us from home and those who may see us in the future. We are happy that you're here with us, and something feels kind of strange. I have three guys right up in front. Needless to say, we will continue. My name is Marcia Daly. I'm your presider. And here at Unity, we explore practical spirituality for everyday life. We understand that the mind we live from shapes the life we experience. And so we begin with Emilio. He's going to sing, I love this. I love myself the way I am.
By Jai Joseph.
Yes, take it away.
It's the best version. Love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. I love you just the way you are. there's nothing you need to do. When I feel the love inside myself, it's easy to love you. Behind your fears, your rage and fears, I see your shining star. And I love you just the way you are. Love the world the way it is, 'cause I can clearly see that all the things I judge are done by people just like me. So till the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring, I'll help it grow by loving everything. I love myself the way I am, and still I want to grow. But change outside can only come when deep inside I know I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Yes, I love myself just the way I am. You're beautiful and capable of being the best you can be. And I love you just the way you are. 'Cause I love myself just the way I am. So I love you just the way you are. And we can love the world just the way it is. Because I love myself just the way I am. All right. Okay. Next is our a song by Daniel Neymar called "Love Is My Decision." Love is my decision. It's up to me to give her my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now. Thank you. All right. Our next song is There's Only Love by Karen Drucker. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals. Love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, I would go inside and quiet my mind, and I'd hear Spirit say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals. Love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals. Love that sets us free. There is only there is only love.
Join with me in consciousness for this opening intention. As I breathe into this truth that there is only love, I realize that the wisdom of every soul is present within every individual, and that it is love at its core. Love expressing, love expanding, love. And so I relax and I allow life to unfold and I know what is mine to do, for love leads the way. So with a grateful heart, I let go and let it be so. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is.
This week's inspiration. Spiritual life is first and foremost about commitment to a way of thinking and behaving that honors principles of interbeing and interconnectedness. When we choose to lead a spirit-filled life, we recognize and celebrate the presence of transcendent spirits. Some people call this presence soul, God, the beloved, higher consciousness, or higher power. Still others say that this force is what it is because it cannot be named. To them, it is simply spirit moving in us and through us. A commitment to a spiritual life necessarily means we embrace the eternal principle that love is all, everything, our true destiny. Despite overwhelming pressure to conform to the culture of lovelessness, we still seek to know love. That seeking is in itself a manifestation of divine spirit. From Bell Hooks' All About Love, New Visions, pages 77 and 78.
My favorite, Daniel Nahmod's One Power. One power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, yet you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baula, angel's wings, or heaven's door. Well, whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in our hearts we're all the same. And we'll remember when we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baula, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. Well, whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, one power, one power, one power. moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power, one power. What we are is one. One power, it's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power.
Beautiful. So today we're looking at the power of I am, moving from general truth to personal transformation. There's something that was really evident to me this week because I was talking about the power of I am today. And that was that a lot of people, instead of saying, I love you, say, love you. And I'm curious, do we do that because we're afraid to totally commit to the I? Because we're afraid we'll be rejected? That maybe we're being too intimate? I'd invite you this week, when you have the opportunity to say, I love you to someone, say the full 3 words. And if you stop and hesitate and go, ooh, I can't do that, ask yourself why. What's going on? So let's begin with this idea that love must include self-love. We had a wonderful little conversation here before we started today. And that was that, many of us have aging parents who are really quite obstinate about what would be best for them as they approach their years of needing to be looked after more. And that sometimes the most loving thing that you can do is love yourself first, and then allow that love and that gratitude for yourself to reach out to those that are maybe not being as loving or seeming to not be as loving. So remember, you can't give what you don't cultivate. And you're worthy of your own compassion and care. And that's really all we can do, is look after ourselves. And that's where the problem comes with even senior parents or anybody senior in our lives who have their own mind about what it is that they'd like to do. Like, I would like for someone to be very compassionate when they're caring for me. And so I invite you, as you move through this week, if you're experiencing that with anyone, to say, what would love do in this situation? And sometimes it might be tough love. And sometimes it's just compassion. So loving yourself is an act of spiritual alignment, not selfishness. And it begins with the words, I am. When I first started with Unity in Kitchener, one of the many things that I learned, but that really stood out for me, was when we were in class or when we were sharing conversations with the minister especially, that a lot of people, including me, had a tendency to make you statements instead of I statements. distancing ourselves from what we were wanting to say as authenticity. And I was constantly being corrected, and I think there's a few in this room who have been in my classes where they've made you statements, and I've said, you, as in me, or you, as in I. And it's an interesting process to catch yourself in that way of kind of removing yourself from the conversation, and maybe even from the vulnerability of saying I. So have you ever noticed how often you talk about yourself without actually talking about yourself? Because you say you. You don't say I. You'll say, well, you know how when you do this and you do that, and what you're really meaning is, you know, when I did this and when I do that. And it's in my opinion, almost a false sense of including you in it when it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with me. Have I lost you yet, or are you still on the same page? Okay. So here's a statement. You know how people get stressed. You might say that. But you really don't know, because all you know is your own experience of it, correct? You know what you see, but you don't necessarily know what that's about. Or we all struggle with confidence. Do we really? Or is it just I struggle with confidence? Or sometimes you just have to trust. No, sometimes I have to trust. Do you see the difference? And yet it is so pervasive in our society. And so I invite you this week, watching television or listening to people talking, how often they distance themselves from what they actually are meaning to say by using the word you instead. It's fascinating. And now it makes me as crazy as the puffed up lips that I see in movies. It's in a parallel of, Anyways, what you may mean is, I am stressed, instead of, when people are stressed, or I struggle with confidence, or I need trust. So why so many avoid the word I? It's a good question. And I really did think about that this week. And why we hesitate to make powerful I am statements, and why claiming I can change your life. And so I'm going to look at those a little bit more deeply. So sometimes the shortest word in the sentence is carrying the greatest power. And that's that word I. And maybe it's that I'm afraid to say I. So we avoid I because I feels risky. So let's look at this. Because we mistake self-awareness for selfishness. I think that's the very first one. I think most of us grew up with parents who didn't want us to seem conceited. And at least I did. Now, I can't speak for the rest of you, but it was almost as though if I talked too much about how I was really good at something, or I was this or I that, it was like, hey, you're not going to fit through the door. Your head's getting too big. Too big for your britches is another one. Yeah. So were you raised with messages like, don't be so full of yourself, or stop talking about yourself, or think about other people? Don't be selfish. Many of us did. I know I did in certain circumstances. And they're often well-intentioned. They were trying to encourage kindness and consideration, which children need to learn, because children are really, truly quite selfish. And there's that balance. But then what happens once you're no longer a child and you've learned kindness and consideration? That's where this spiritual journey actually comes into play. And that's one of the hardest things that a lot of people find in spiritual journey, is that it is a personal journey. It has nothing to do with anybody even sitting next to you. So along the way, I learned something very different. I learned that paying attention to myself was wrong. And even in the hair business, and this was crazy, I worked with a lot of very, very professional women who were very exacting and very precise and very aiming for perfection in their work and in how they looked and all of that, because I was in the beauty business. And so when they would say to me, "How are you?" I learned very early on that if I told them anything other than perfection and trying to do my best and positive, that by the next time that they came to see me, they would tell me I gave them the worst haircut they'd ever had. And it had nothing to do with the job I gave them. It was that I was not paying attention to them. I was unloading my baggage on them, and they were paying to be there, to be the center of attention. So imagine at 13, learning that. So I found a way to talk about things that I had going on with me and letting it out, because that was how I spent most of my day, by saying it was someone else who had that experience. And so then they could buy into that because it wasn't me. I was still, they're professional and all of that. And we could have this great dialogue about it. But I remember thinking back that I learned to cope in a situation where I felt I needed to be successful, needed to connect with people, needed to make money, and needed to have them come back. And so I learned very early on that I was kind of a bad word. And so when I got to Unity at the age of whatever it was, 40 maybe, I had to unlearn all of that and embrace the I am. So I don't know about you and what your journey's been like and how you have dealt with being vulnerable. That having needs was wrong is one of the things that I learned, and that expressing feelings was wrong, and that saying I too often was selfish. And I became an expert at caring for everyone else while losing touch with myself. And that, I think, is what happens to many of us. Without really noticing it, it's insidious, but it's gradual. So I just shared my story for Man Design. That was the name of my business. And so I'll go on because I jumped ahead. And there's this psychologist, Dana Jack, spent years studying what she called self-silencing, the tendency to suppress our own feelings and needs in order to maintain approval or avoid contact. And that was, in fact, what I was doing. Do you do that? Her research found that constantly putting ourselves last often leads to burnout, resentment, anxiety, and disconnection. Now that's interesting because when we put ourselves last, I think, that it makes it easier. I don't think that I'm going to get burned out by it. Yet, in fact, when you're not being true to yourself, eventually it's got to reside in your body somewhere. And this undercurrent of resentment, because you can never truly be who you are. And disconnection, and yet my attempts to you everybody and include them was trying to connect, but what I was actually doing was disconnecting. So in other words, disappearing doesn't make us healthier, it just makes us invisible. And that's a yucky place to be. So think about the instructions on an airplane. Put your oxygen mask on first. And every instinct says, that sounds selfish, but it's not selfish, it's wisdom. Self-centeredness says, only I matter. Whereas in spirituality, self-awareness says, I matter too. And there's a world of difference in that. So in the book by Brené Brown, The Gifts of Imperfection, owning our story can be hard, but not nearly as difficult as spending our lives running from it. Healing begins when we stop running from ourselves. So that's the message this week, is the I in your vocabulary, and to notice it. So do you avoid I because vulnerability feels risky? And maybe you use I all the time. Maybe you are confident enough to stand in that truth, and that's really great. I am working on it. I still find myself caught up in feeling vulnerable sometimes, or I'll blurt it out, and then after the fact I might feel a little vulnerable because I was brave, and then it was like, oops. Saying I can still feel uncomfortable. So why is that? Because it makes us visible. When I say I, you just saw me for real me. It's much safer to say people feel hurt than to say I feel hurt. You know, when you say things like that, it's hurtful, you might say, but you don't say I feel hurt, right? You find a way around it, and hopefully the other person understands. It's safer to say sometimes people get lonely rather than I'm lonely. Researchers studying communication consistently find that people often use generalized language to create emotional distance from difficult experiences. And so if we're here on this spiritual journey to fully be who we are, then embracing I is the place to start. And, you know, you might say, well, but then that person may not like me anymore, or they might leave, or it might create a conflict. Okay. Maybe they weren't meant to be in your life past this point. Or maybe this opens up a dialogue to go a little deeper. We hide behind the word people. We hide behind the word everyone. We hide behind the word you. Anything but I. Think about teenagers who say, everybody's wearing that, or everybody's doing that. And what they're actually saying is, I want to do it. Imagine going to the doctor and the doctor asks, where does it hurt? And you respond, well, people sometimes experience discomfort. The doctor would say, wonderful, but where does your body hurt? And it's the same thing. So healing begins when ownership begins. So if there's something that you feel isn't healed or set right in your body, and I don't mean physical illness, but that is not quite balanced or in harmony, then you might look at that and say, maybe if I did this one little thing, it might change everything. And the same is true for your emotional life. The more that you can claim what it is that you're feeling, rather than blaming it on something else or distancing yourself using those words, the more likely that healing is going to occur more easily. And the same is true for spiritually, too. In the book Daring Greatly, Brené Brown writes, vulnerability is not weakness. Sometimes it really feels like it, though, doesn't it? The truth is that saying I feel often requires more courage than saying people feel. One reveals information and the other reveals the person. So personal truth is more transformative than universal truth. And what does that mean? Many of us are comfortable with spiritual principles. But do we abide in them? Would be a kind of religious way of saying it. Do I live them, or do I just say that the law of attraction works? Or me being positive works? But do I live it? And that's what I'd like to ask you. How deeply do you live your spiritual journey? We can say words like, love heals, and we sing about it. And abundance is available, and it's still something out there, isn't it? Life supports us. We're all connected. Oh, they're beautiful. They're wonderful words. But what about the love in me heals me? Abundance is available to me right now in any way that I am willing to be open to it. Life supports me. And I'm connected to you. Principles don't transform us until they become personal. So when you really understand how the principle of love, life, God, whatever you want to call it, works, then it's real for you and you can live it. It's like understanding heat or gravity or electricity. Then you can use it to your benefit. So it's the same with love. I'll call God love because I like that for today. The real question isn't whether abundance exists. The real question is, can I say I'm supported by life? There was a meditation this morning and it began with prosperity affirmations. And one of the first ones was something like, I am amazingly abundant. And I could imagine individuals who didn't feel that way going, that's not true for me. Or how could I dare say that if it's not true? And yet, think about all that you have. It doesn't necessarily mean money. So the real question is not whether love heals. The real question is, can I say, I'm worthy of love? It's right where I am. I'm willing to allow it, because that's where the transformation begins. So we are worthy, or you are worthy, or all people are worthy, or I am worthy. So try these two statements. Everyone deserves love. Say that with me. Everyone deserves love. Now say, I deserve love.
I deserve love.
Do you notice a difference? Reluctance, yeah. Interesting, isn't it? So we've just discovered a little kink in the hose of life. So one is actually philosophy, it's this out there thing, and the other is embodiment. So from the 4 agreements, be impeccable with your word. Do you remember that nice little book? For those of you that have read it. And that's what it means, is the words that you say create your life. And also show me what's going on inside of you. So what if you applied this not only to what you say about others, but what you say about yourself? The impeccability. Because what we say about others creates a vibration that just enhances for them. So if I say, I'm so scared that they're going to hurt themselves, what are you doing? You're creating more energy for them to hurt themselves. Than to say, I know this individual is fully supported in the right and perfect ways, and this is not necessarily mine to do. And I love them through their journey, through their process. Every I am statement plants a seed in consciousness. Your consciousness. Becoming is better than being. So maybe you're not there yet, but just the intention, just the desire to go there is something. Being is fixed and becoming is alive. So can you see the difference? I can say I am being something, but then that means I've kind of planted my feet in it and nothing new is going to happen from there. So how about starting your day with I'm becoming? Can you feel the difference in that? The moment that you embrace growth, mistakes become lessons, and challenges become opportunities, and life becomes an ongoing, unfolding possibility. So say this with me. I am becoming.
And becoming.
Yeah, you are. Many of us use I am to describe our current circumstances. I am shy, I am stuck, I'm not enough, which also resonates in the body and in our lives. So what if I am was not a declaration of limitation, but an invitation to becoming? So I'll go back and say, I'm becoming less shy. I'm becoming less stuck. I'm becoming more worthy in how I feel about myself. So what if I am today is simply a starting point of who I'm becoming? The words I am learning create possibility. The words I can't often create limitation. So from You Can Heal Your Life, which is Louise Hay, every thought we think is creating our future. Whether you view that spiritually or psychologically, your repeated self-definitions influence what you notice, what you believe, and how you live. So what that says to me this week is, I am really working on embracing the I am. So I notice when someone doesn't. So it reminds me of how authentic am I being? So from the book, Discover the Power Within You, don't go through life, grow through life. I like that one. And from the Science of Mind, change your thinking, change your life. Perhaps it begins by changing our language. So let's try something together. Complete these statements silently. I am. I deserve. I trust. I choose. I know. Which one felt easiest? And which one felt the hardest? The places where you hesitate often reveal the places where healing is ready to occur. So many of us have spent years speaking in universal truths like God is possibility, people deserve love, people can change, people can heal, people can thrive. So let's bring those home. Want to say these with me? I deserve love. I can change. I can heal. I can thrive. I am one with God. Therefore, anything is possible. So the most powerful spiritual practice may not be learning a new principle. So are you willing to place the word I in front of the principles that you already know? Everyone deserves love. I deserve love. Life is abundant. I am supported by abundance. So let's begin with 2 simple words this week. Maybe forever if you can. I am. So if you would like, join with me in this spiritual mind treatment. We can read it together if you'd like. I recognize one infinite presence, expressing as all of life and expressing fully as me. I am an individualized expression of wisdom, love, creativity, courage, and possibility. I honor my voice and my experience. I claim my worth, my value, my place within the wholeness of life. I speak words that align with truth, possibility, and growth. I trust the power of conscious awareness and the transforming energy of love moving through me now. I'm supported, guided, and inspired. I boldly embrace the word I. Grateful for this realization, I embody it fully and live it audaciously, and so it is. The question is not whether everyone is worthy of love, belonging, and possibility. The question is whether I am willing to include myself. So we looked at how we avoid the word I, and that I feels risky, and that personal truth begins with I statements. So what do you think? What came up for you? Marcia, let's start with you since you have a microphone.
Of course.
Like, woohoo!
Well, I have been in your classes when you have corrected me from saying you,
Yes.
so I know what that feels like.
You're welcome.
I am open. I've always been fascinated with the study of I am. There have been lots of books that have talked about whatever follows I am becomes who you are and so on. But in the last part of it, I like words like audacious
Yes.
and embody because they take you to a level that's a lot higher.
Take
than,
who to a level?
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
I
There
couldn't
you
help
go.
myself.
They take me to a level that's a lot higher than just proclaiming. It's really embodying that which I am already. And I almost said you are.
Isn't it interesting how easily I can slip into the you? Yes.
I'm done.
Thank you. You're done? Okay. Yeah, not going there anymore, right? Yes,
Okay.
Deborah.
I think this is on. Good.
Yes.
Okay. So as always, it resonates with me too. So I'll start off at the power of I. I went dancing on Saturday and doing my thing on the dance floor, and Diane knows this. It's just there's no stopping me. I'm just out there with the big smile and the dancing around. I went to the washroom, and one of the ladies in there said to me, "You look like you're awfully happy." And I said, "You know what? I love my life." I said, "I really, truly do." I said, "This is just the best." That was the first thing. The second thing that popped up when you were talking about I is I never write, even to my children, I never put down, "I love you." I always put, "Love you lots." I think about you, whatever. And I thought, interesting how there's some things that I'm comfortable with and there are other things that I'm not. So at the very end of this, I thought my daughter had the right idea because she always says, "Mom, we're just rough drafts of who we're meant to be." And I thought, there you go. So now my new focus is going to be, "I love you." So yes, thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Anybody else?
Oh, that's
Just need to turn the mic back on.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the lesson today, Rev. That was awesome. And I also been in your classes when you said, "I, not you." It didn't feel good. But my thought about that was basically, I always had trouble getting thoughts out. And so my thing was always, let me get the thoughts out and I'll correct the language later, because that's what worked for me. But as far as the I statements go, yeah, they are very powerful. I guess what came up for me was males used to use them in a sexist way. Lay down, I think I love you. Oh, I'm in love with you, right? And it's just back then was just to have sex or something like that. That's what
It was
came up in that.
manipulation, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not, that's why.
You don't know anything about that, but
No,
you've heard about that, right?
So I'm still processing. Okay.
You're becoming, aren't you?
Becoming, yeah, for sure. Okay,
Bruce?
thank you.
You, Bruce.
Okay, and from home, Celia says, "Powerful stuff. What hit home was healing begins when ownership begins. And I'm more aware of being impeccable with my word about myself. Thanks." And Gertie also just piped in here. "Your light has shone on my use of the word you and saying love you often."
Okay, thank you.
So kind of jumping off of what you just said, I was texting my son last night and I was starting to say, love you. And I was just about to hit send and I stopped and I said, I love you this much and more. And I sent it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what caused you to make that change?
I don't know. It was just something that's like, no, this is not enough. This is not fully coming from my heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe that
Yes,
too. Yeah.
since there's no time or space, you were already here.
Yeah. And I'd like to share an affirmation that I've been saying with myself to myself. Since fear is the absence and blocks the flow of love, and darkness is the absence of light, I am gracefully leaning in to be and receive the light of lavish love because I deserve it.
Yeah, so that really is a becoming statement, isn't it? Yes, thank you. And Diane?
Of course, me. Yesterday I fell into an incident, and I went back to the lake. I've sold my trailer. I'm out of there. It's different now. So I visited some friends. A girl I know is going through a really tough time now. She had stage 4 cancer. Thought we beat it. Things are showing up. She's falling apart. We had a big long conversation, and I hugged her at the end, and I used a lot of I statements. She fell apart in my arms, and we just had a good hug, and I let her cry on me, and it just felt good, like just released for her and me
Yes.
to say our truth, how we really felt about this, instead of trying to candy coat it, what it
Yeah.
is. And
Very
she needed
powerful.
somebody. Now, I think she needed somebody there. Her mother is a very strong-willed woman. They asked her to donate her body to science because they don't know how she's living through all what she lives through. She's hardcore, right? So the girl doesn't get this comfort from her. And she's saying, Lori, get the weeds done. And the kid's dealing with all this stuff. So she's not a kid anyway. She has a kid of her own herself, but she's a kid to me. So when I came in close to her, it just was the moment I just never expected.
Yes.
And many years ago, when people used I statements in my lifetime, they were full of themselves, what you were saying. And we saw them, oh, I'm so sick of hearing you saying I this and I that, I did this, I did that. It's kind of like a sense of bragging. That's how I saw it. And I said, way when I was younger, my mother was this other person, buried everything. And I said, I'm not going to be like that. I matter. So I realized that in my life, very early in my life. And that's probably why I'm so bold and outspoken today.
You embraced it early.
I
Yes.
think I did.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you, everybody. So know that you can join after the service on Zoom with our friends from York Region, and the Zoom link is in the description box below.
So as you can see, we have expanded and tried to reach you wherever you are in the different ways that you can donate to our ministry and community. Everything that is offered to us is grounded in love and openness, and everyone is always welcome. And so our ministry continues because of the shared participation, shared generosity, and shared vision. So thank you all for helping us to create this spiritual home together. So let's say, for all, in anticipation of all the gifts we are going to receive together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all I give and all I receive, and so it is. More. So the fourth Saturday of each month, and that will be June 27th, July 25th, and August 29th of this year. It says 2025 there.
Yes.
It's happening this year. We're going to have sacred circle dancing, and Celia Nolman is going to be leading that with taking us through the paces. So it says there, freedom through movement, heartfelt connection, and joyful community. So if this speaks to you, we invite you to come out on the dates mentioned this year to participate in that activity.
And it'll be held here on Saturdays from 10 until noon. And of course, next week is our peace meditation again, which we will have every month on the third Sunday of the month. So let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. And let's have our final song.
All right. Our next song, our last song for today is Let Your Love Flow by the Bellamy Brothers. There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's a season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candlelight. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, let your love grow.
So guess what I'm going to say now? I love you. I love you. Have a great week. See you next week.